let's go over what I think the most underrated Printify product is. Everybody starts with t-shirts and sweatshirts. Not that you can't make sales with them, that is what my main store is. But if I had to start a brand new store today, there is so many other different products that it would probably start out with. And this one is one of my favorite because it is so underrated. And I found this and validated it through Erank. So on Erank, let's just look up t-shirts. And let's see how many searches those get versus how much competition it gets. So for a t-shirt, we have 43,000 searches a month, but we have almost 10 million competition. That is 10 million listings with t-shirts. Let's just check a shirt because I guess it could be called a shirt as well. Even worse, a little bit less searches at 40,000 searches a month with 12 million competition under a t-shirt keyword. All right, how about sweatshirts? One of my favorite things to sell, just because personally I love crew neck sweatshirts and I found niches that work really well for me in this. But these get 28,000 searches, 3 million competition. That is quite a bit, like half the amount of searches, but a lot less competition in there. All right, let's look up some stickers then. How much competition is there for stickers? I'm not too big on stickers. While they do sell, the margins are very small. Stickers get 146,000 searches a month, 3 million competition. A lot less competition in there, but you're maybe gonna make a few bucks on every single sale. And then let's go to my favorite, and that is tote bags. So a search for a tote bag has 50,000 searches a month. Isn't that more than t-shirts? And look at the competition, less than 1 million. We have 700,000 people competing for a tote bag keyword. That is so many searches compared to the amount of competition. And while you might not just sell a vague tote bag, let's scroll down and see if we can find some really good sub niches to design in for tote bags. If we come down here, we have nurse tote bag, 1,500 searches, only 10,000 competition. We have some that we probably can't make, corduroy tote bag, probably not what we're gonna be selling. We scroll down, strawberry tote bag, 605 searches, 2,000 competition. Moth tote bag, floral tote bag, mushroom tote bag, name tote bag. We have frog tote bag, tons of usually like boho, cottagecore, gardening types of things that you can design for within tote bags. In fact, when I found this, I started listing some tote bags and I created 40 different tote bags, which in the last few months have sold 300 times. And 40 listings does not take long to get up at all. I put up just a few different designs and I could probably add a whole bunch more, but again, I still do cater my store towards sweatshirts just because of my niche and all of what my customers are usually searching for, because I am not in the gardening, boho, cottagecore niche at all. We have this tote bag here with over 601 reviews, and I checked and they have over 3,000 sales on this one tote bag. We have a simple one like this with over 1,800 sales and 354 reviews. We have this cat one, which is also killing it. Again, taking a look through Erank, a lot of the keywords that I'm finding are animal prints, they're cottagecore prints, we have some witchy, we have goth, beach, and a lot of the ones that I'm finding are pretty simple graphics, and actually these ones don't seem to have a lot of text. So if you're looking for some graphics, you can find some on Kindle or Canva, or if you have Creative Fabrica as well, that could be a great resource for grabbing some that you can put on tote bags. So taking a look through here, I just looked up cottagecore. You can look up some of the keywords that we searched. Printify has a few different options for you. You can do the all over print tote bag here. You can do the cotton canvas tote bag with Liberty bags, natural tote bag. You can scroll down, there's tons of different ones. Do your research on which ones you want to sell and which ones you are finding are doing well on Etsy while doing your research. But the one that I actually like to sell is the cotton canvas tote bag by Liberty Bags, printed by Monster Digital. And I like these because these are good quality bags and they're extremely cheap to produce. So with Printify Premium, it is $569 USD with shipping from $469. If you make some monthly sales, I highly recommend paying for Printify Premium. It saves you 20% on all of your products. So it'll save you tons of money in the long run, but you can upgrade to it later. Or you can use the code in my description to get a free month of Printify Premium. So that'll save you a bunch once you start making sales. Coming back to Erank, I can see that the average price for tote bags is selling at $17.95, which will give you quite a bit of profit. And I do recommend for this one charging a little bit of shipping just to get out a little bit of extra profit, just because this is a lower margin margin product. But because we're selling on Etsy, we're not paying advertising fees. It is okay if you are willing to accept a lower margin product. For these tote bags, I was, because I was so happy with the stats that I found. So if you're a brand new store and you don't want to sell apparel, maybe you can sell tote bags and you can sell other accessories with that because they kind of fit together. So maybe some mugs and some tote bags, or tote bags and stickers, because those kind of fit in the same category together. Or if you prefer, you can just do a tote bag straight store. But what I do recommend for people is, if you are still trying to get up your store, whether that be with ornaments or apparel, don't take this video and now completely switch to tote bags. I have noticed that with a lot of people. Every time I talk about a new product, they completely switch their store, and now their store is a jumble of different products. I want everyone to do their research and pick the product or two products that complement each other, and really get good at doing the research for that product and having focus with your store. Because by switching your focus every other week, it's going to get a lot more complicated. And opening multiple different stores for multiple different products is something that is going to become quickly overwhelming. And I have tried this so many times, either stretching myself too thin on products or by opening different stores, and I always end up closing them because stretching yourself that thin is not worth it. So if tote bags fits what you want to sell, then add them in, or maybe add them to your best sellers only, but make sure it fits your theme, and don't change your mind off of one product to switch to this one. I highly, highly, highly recommend just focusing and getting very, very good at what you want to sell. And I found this through doing some research, and you can too. Even better if you can implement the research that I just showed you and find your own new product, which hasn't been talked about on YouTube just as much, because often when I talk about something, sometimes a lot more people are going to be popping up. So what I really want you to pay attention is to the research on how I find these things and how you can find your own little golden nuggets.